What if I told you there was a way to separate your agency from everyone else? I'm an SEO agency, I'm a web design agency, I'm an email marketing agency, I'm an e-commerce agency. Now these are all niches and that's great, but still, does your agency sound like everyone else? Now for many years, I had a Me Too agency and I was winning the race to the bottom. Our agency looked like everyone else and the only advantage I felt was we were small and we could charge less than everyone else. But after a couple years of struggling, I realized I didn't want to win the race to the bottom. But how could we be more competitive in such a crowded space? Fast forward a couple years later, we were attracting our dream clients like Lotus Cars and Porsche and Hitachi. You name the big brand and they were reaching out to us. In this video, I'm going to share with you how one agency transformed from a Me Too agency to an industry leader where he had a huge waiting list of clients that were willing to pay him a premium for working with the best. We're also going to cover why your marketing isn't clear and how to fix that. Also, we're going to show you a simple formula for developing your elevator pitch that makes people say, "Where have you been all my life?" And lastly, I'm going to give you my positioning script board that you can download and use to make your marketing really stand out. Hi, I'm Jason Swank, and this video is part of an Agency Mastery Attract series. I want you to go to agencymastery360.com/attract to get the 4-part masterclass for free, along with all the resources and tools described in this video. Okay, so you've chosen your niche, congrats. If you haven't, I would highly suggest you watching the niche video in the Attract series first. But let's talk about the topic that I know you're all thinking about. Position your agency to stand out and not look like a Me Too agency, right? Here's the thing. Most digital agencies struggle to position their agency that really resonates with their audience. And when your marketing isn't clear, a lot of bad things actually happen. For starters, potential clients don't know who you are. Nobody is clear on how you can actually help them. And your marketing campaigns are just really falling short. And worst of all, your potential clients don't buy your agency. It's like you're just talking to an empty room and nobody seems to be listening. And it's frustrating because you know you have a great service to offer. So in this video, I'm going to share with you a solution to this problem. By the end of this video, you're going to know how to explain what you offer in a way that connects with your audience and gets them excited about your services. So let's go ahead and dive in and learn how to create marketing messages that really work. Now meet Jose. Jose came to me and he was struggling to stand out. He had a well-defined niche of designing websites for nonprofits, but he was converting at less than 20%. We chatted for a bit and I asked him what was his elevator pitch, and he thought for a bit and he said, we design websites for nonprofits. Now you may be thinking this is clear and understandable and to the point, and that's what Jose thought. The problem was it only mentioned who he helped and what he did. What you have to remember is no one cares what you do. They care what you can do for them. So I asked Jose, what is the results that the nonprofits actually want? He said they want to attract more members, donors, and volunteers for their nonprofit. I then asked, well, why? He thought for a little bit longer and said, so they can spread their message. I was like, okay. I then proceeded to walk him through an exercise I learned many years ago from StoryBrand that I modified to work for agencies. And what I came up with for his elevator pitch was this. We help nonprofits get more members, donors, and volunteers through creating engaging marketing so they can spread their message. Now this touches on who they actually help, what they actually want, and why in a couple sentences. That's why their agency is dominating their niche and they're the sought out authority in their space. So let me walk you through my version of the positioning script.
So this is our positioning script framework that I want you guys to develop when you're positioning your agency. And when you actually go to agencymastery.com/attract, you'll get access to our positioning script template that you can copy and download and mess around with. But what I want you to do is answer the questions to each of these columns and spend 10 to 15 minutes on each. So the first one is what do your clients actually want? Whom are they trying to become or transfer into? And so what you'll actually start doing is just brainstorming and literally just writing anything and everything down. And then you'll actually start going through the list and you'll actually be ranking them and moving things around and be like, oh, agency owners really want to turn their agency burden into an asset. So I'll actually move that to the very top. So then you can actually start going across and you'll see how it works in a second. And then with what they actually want, how is that a problem? What's keeping your clients from getting what they actually want? Well, it could be they're too busy, they don't have enough time because the agency owns you, right? You may feel this one. And then the next column over is how the problem makes them actually feel. Just literally start putting those all down and then ranking them. The next column over is why is this just plain wrong? Why shouldn't people have to deal with this in the first place? And just start listing and brainstorming. And so as you go through this, you'll go through these columns and when you get access to the template, you'll see all of them. But then you can start telling a story. So like if I was actually doing a video or some kind of content on the website, I'd say, hey, would you like to turn your agency burden into an asset that creates predictability, wealth, and freedom? Well, you may be feeling that you're too busy but don't have enough time because your agency owns you, which is probably making you feel lonely, unclear, overwhelmed, and frustrated. Well, you shouldn't have to feel like you have to do everything yourself. Being too busy is not going to help you. Hey, I'm Jason. I started and scaled a sold and large agency, and I certainly understand what you're actually going through. And we have a plan, and we have a call to action, all this stuff. So you can use this positioning script in order to help you with all of your marketing. And whenever you're doing an email, you can always look back and going, what are my clients struggling with? How does it actually make them feel? Why is this just plain wrong? What's the call to action? What's the plan? How can I empathize with them? And really put this all together. This is what we did with Jose, and this is what can actually help you.
So here's what you need to do now is download the resources at agencymastery360.com/attract so you can get access to the resources mentioned in this video. For now, you need to build authority around your niche and position it in the right way. That's where great content comes in. So I want you to click here for the next video on how your agency can dominate and the exact content you need to be creating for your agency. And if you haven't watched the last 2 videos around vision and picking your niche, you can click here and here. And until next time, have a swank day.